Summit block, summit, absolute first people's peak. Clint and I, second and third people here from what we know. Yep, one of the park employees beat us to it. Just got it a couple days ago. Did a solo run out here. These damn park employees, huh? Isn't that great? Yeah. Clint making his way out to the best view of Yellowstone Lake that hard work can buy. All right, friends and neighbors, welcome back to Park Junkie. Todd C here today with my boy Clint.
Good morning.
We're headed up a little peak here in the Absaroka Mountains today. Right behind me back here, we're gonna head up a ridge line that you can't see right now, but trust me, it's there. And it's gonna take us up into the Absaroka Mountains. We're gonna hit Top Notch Peak and then over to First People's Peak. So come along, let's go for a ride. Clint and I will not be the first people on First People's Peak though. I understand a dude from over there in the Lake Village summited a couple days ago, huh?
A good man named Joe.
Joe's already been there.
Yep, so congrats, Joe. Well done.
Yeah. Nice work, Joe. We'll be the second people and the third people. All right, on up we go. We're making progress up through the woods here. According to Clint's references with the new global positioning stuff, we should be somewhere near the top of the tree line here in just a few minutes.
Oh yeah.
But we're basking in the glory with the mosquitoes here right now. And we're gonna have to continue the trip because they're starting to catch up with us. So let's go. All right, well, you can see below me back here, we have Avalanche Peak off to the north and then the roadway right here. We just parked down there in a little pullout just to the west of the Avalanche Peak parking lot. And we're just coming straight up this ridge line. This runs parallel to that ridge line I ran last week on Top Notch. And as you can see, Top Notch looming right up here to our east. Steep. Getting steep up here, four-wheel drive mode. Oh yeah. And we're almost to the ridge line. All we gotta do is get right here. It's just such a short distance, but it's a lot of oxygen. And here we are, topping out on this little ridgeline. Should have a spectacular view coming before us. Looking out on the ridge toward Top Notch to our east.
There's our boy.
And there we have First People's Peak right in front of us. So what are the options here, Clint?
Either we can get toward Top Notch here, and then we will follow that ridge line and we'll go up the northeast face. That's going to be steeper, a little bit of class 3 scrambling. Otherwise, we can go down this way to our right and then climb up this northwest face where you see all the snow. That one's going to be a little less steep. We can make a loop of it if we like to.
All right. Well, one way or another, that is our destination. Da-da-da. Here, went with another attempt to bust the snow block. Wow. Yeah, I'll just jump on out there. Yeah, boof. Yeah. Interesting locals right there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See that?
Wow, yeah. Still decently big though.
Right?
Nice.
Yeah. We're in somebody's neighborhood. As we study the terrain right here, we've decided to kind of wrap around and into that. Because this goes a little deeper. It looks like we'd lose substantial elevation down in there. That hole goes a little deeper than we were figuring. So we'll just continue a little wrap around here. We've got a nice little trail here that the local wildlife have provided. So we're gonna take it. We just have a bear sighting over here. What do you think, go up and around it?
Yeah, I'd say a little space.
And straight up?
Let's go further this way and straight up, yeah.
Now let's keep ourselves in its sight though. Does it see you? Does it know you're here?
They didn't seem to notice me. So, the scary thing is we could still surprise her.
Yep.
Maybe let's go right up to this ridge line.
Yeah, I say we go straight up. Hey, bear! Here's a bear with a couple of cubs right over that little knoll right there. Hey, bear!
Hey, no problem.
All right. Don't run. She is coming.
Hey, we don't have no problems, okay? Hey!
She's got 3 cubs.
Hey!
Go!
Hey!
Go out of here.
Keep backing up.
Go out of here.
Respect you.
Get the hell out.
Please. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, we're gonna keep backing up. Keep backing up. All right.
Whew.
I'm sorry.
Whew.
You're beautiful.
Wow, she can cover ground quick. Shit. All right, Clint, well, there's my first bear charge. Didn't get much of that on camera, but she came at us from fucking a good 200 yards away.
The safety is off. I was about 1 second away.
I actually got a little in my mouth when I popped my, when I popped this, it actually put off a little psh, and I got some in my mouth. So I'm tasting it right now. But, whoo! There's a little bear charge for you. So, that bear charged her right here. You can see, I think, right here, this little wet spot, I think she urinated here. And I was tucked in behind this dead stump right here. And Clint was a little further up the hill, but you can't outrun her. So I just ducked in behind the stump, hope for the best with the spray in hand. But shit, yeah, she bluffed us within. That's a 30 feet, 30 foot. She charged from well over 100, 150 yards. Clint saw her when he walked over that ridge, and he turned around immediately, came back and said there's a bear over there. But he didn't know whether she saw us or not. So I was like, well, let's head up the ridge. We did. And we started making noise so we didn't surprise her, and that seemed to piss her off. And she straight bolted at us with 3 cubs. And they're like right with mom, like, yeah, let's get them. Crazy. She covered ground fast. So we're gonna dip up on this ridge line. We're gonna ascend up this ridge line, and then we're gonna head that thing out and keep an eye below, because sometimes these creatures have a tendency to come back around. So we'll continue on Some kind of tracks up that snow. We got more bear prints, eh?
Yeah.
They're coming down this thing, huh?
Downhill.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, they came down this.
Yep.
Well, we're going up it. Look at that bear scat up here on this snowfield. I don't know if these things were just up here skating down the thing. I mean, that's good fun if you're a bear, I guess. We did see bear. That charge occurred just over there. Of course, that's Top Notch Peak. So the charge over here, bear prints right here, and that, a big pile of bear scat, and then a slide mark right down the snow. These bear must have been up here playing, and they've slid right from the top, dropped off a load, and headed on down, and then decided to head on out into the wilderness over there. So we're on this ridge line headed over. We haven't went to the top of the ridge. It's a bit windy up there, so I've dropped down a bit. Clint about right there. Just making our way across these expansive views out here over Yellowstone Lake, out to Mount Sheridan and the Tetons to the south. High atop the scene here to keep an eye out for our friendly four-legged creatures down here. Wow. Look at that runway to Langford. Man, I almost say we could get that today.
Yeah, it takes work.
Look at that.
Oh, it's awesome. Climbing up that side of it, it's great, dude.
Oh man, it's not that far.
But right at the base of it is where I got charged last time by a mother with 3 grizzlies.
Down in that hole down there, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh boy, grizzly country, kids, grizzly country. I look up on the ridge, I think that's a grizzly standing up there. It's probably not. We're good to continue. Just a little dip here and then up this slope, and then First People's right behind this.
Yeah.
Looks like we're getting up there, Clint. What do you think, huh?
Yeah, this is probably our last bit of ridge line before we hit it.
Perfect. Let's hit it. Views unfolding now, huh, Clint?
Absolutely, man. Every 100 feet.
Right? Every 100 feet gets better. Oh, so it is a nice day out exploring, no doubt about that. Clint and I about ready to make our way off of this little ridge and over to First People's Peak, which is just behind us. You can look down to the east here, outside of Yellowstone. Yellowstone boundaries just right down in here. So we're sort of on the east side of the park, looking out to Mount Langford, the Absaroka Range, out to the south, back to First Peoples. Behind it is Stevenson right now, and then Lake Yellowstone to the west, and the Gallatin Mountains off in the distance to the northwestern side of Yellowstone. Right behind us, Top Notch, Avalanche, Hoyt, top of the world, ma. More of the same over here. Steep and deep. That right there, summit of First People's Peak. Man, I'm not sure what our best method of attack is up there in those rocks. I bet we get up into that and it's all passable up high.
You find a way. It looks like what they say is keep to the left. And it looks like we can find a scree path that'll wrap around to the left above the snowfield.
These prints heading right out into the valley, Top Notch Peak over there. Wow. Well, from here we just run these rocks right up this ridge line. Looks like we got enough scree in there to be able to climb through that stuff in the vegetation that's up there. And we should have the summit in 30 minutes. Solid mountain all the way here. Epic backcountry travel.
Got some more high risk here. No fall zone. Got to carefully negotiate this on our way up and our way down.
Indeed. Moving on up quickly now. Attaining this ridge line that is above. Moving through a chossy rock pile down here. Right on up to the summit ledge here on First Peoples. Everything up here is a little sketchy, but it goes. Well.
What do we have here?
What is this? Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's a summit block right there, man.
Yeah, and it looks accessible. So right there, the summit block, it looks like we're gonna be able to take it by going up and around and up that face right there. Get up on top of First Peoples Peak here today after a epic crossing of the Absaroka here from Top Notch Peak with the grizzly bear encounter right about there. And then we just continued on across this ridge line until we could pop up on the peak. Follow this ridge behind us up here. It is a magnificent view. It gets better with every 10 steps you take. You stop for a breath, you look around, and man, it is just more epic by the second up here. Absolutely phenomenal. Upper realm of Yellowstone. Few people experience this world atop Yellowstone National Park. But we're gonna make it to the top of First Peoples Peak today, and the view is gonna be epic. Placing the feet carefully, crossways, hands, feet. A ledge right here. Do we need it? Probably not. Hole. There we are on the summit, First Peoples. Woo! Yeah. And here, one of the best views of Yellowstone Lake that hard work can buy, right there. Such a sick lake view, man. There's nothing else like it.
It's really not.
Man, what a summit. Up here, First Peoples Peak does not disappoint, man. No doubt about it. Wow, nice work, Clint. Glad you made it up today.
Pleasure as always.
Yeah, dude, thanks for the tag along, man. Clint brought it up a couple days ago, suggested we come up here on Saturday. So here it is, Saturday. Here we are.
Exceeded the expectations.
Man, what a world. The view looking out on Yellowstone Lake, unparalleled. No other peak in the park gives you the view of Yellowstone Lake that you get right here on First Peoples Peak. Just look at that all the way to the north end of the lake. Up in there, we've got the fishing bridge right in here. Lake Hotel, Lake Lodge, all that right there. Back toward the south over there in the southwest corner, you can actually see the West Thumb and the West Thumb Geyser Basin back there. Promontory here to the south, back down toward Mount Stevenson right there. We thought about making a trip over there today, but with our little bear encounter, we decided we'd had enough, huh, Clint?
Yeah, that wiped me out a little extra.
Yeah, just a little extra adrenaline escape there. I don't know why, but it did. Down in the end there, the thoroughfare, that is a region park junkie wants as well. That's about as remote in the park as you could get. Down in the southeast corner, the thoroughfare ranger station out there just looks really cool on the map, you know. And then back to the far eastern side of the park, right back there, that's Eagle Peak. We really want that one too. That is a journey as well. So, looking out, it's a fabulous view. Even got the Tetons in view down to the south, but I think it's time we got to check out. We got a long way to go back across this basin. And this down here, we know now, Grizzly Country. Yes, indeed, the beast and her 3 cubs ran at us full speed and then swung about and headed back into the wilderness down in here. Nope, there, down in there. That's where the bear is. So we're going to avoid that, and we're going to take that ridge line straight across just like we did to Top Notch. We're going to summit Top Notch before we get out of here, just to sort of reinstate my vigor for peak bagging, which I lost the other day. But that will be the route out of here. Stellar summit, fab day for it. Once again, always cool out traveling with Clint. This guy knows the Yellowstone backcountry. This is an impressive place. There's 2.2 million acres out here, and it all is complete wilderness. So we're gonna check out, make our way back down off the peak, and we're not going the easy route. We're gonna go on the ridge again just to not anger our bear friend, who we know is lying in wait somewhere down there with 3 small gangsters ready, short in size. A t-shirt and Levi's is their only disguise, but the silver-tipped mother was not happy with our presence today, so we're gonna just avoid that world and stick to this ridge line. Yeah, we're just getting ready to roll off the ridge here off of the summit, and man, you just can't stop looking around. It's just so absolutely marvelous to see this much of Yellowstone from one viewpoint. The lake view, fabulous. You can see the Gallatin Range over there with Holmes, Mount Holmes, Antler Peak, Quadrant, Electric off to the north. We can see Mount Washburn out there. That's that big snowfield that you see when you look at First Peoples Peak from over at the hotel. You can see this peak prominently from the Lake Hotel. And when you look over and you see that big snowfield, that's this snowfield right below us here. That's the most visible aspect of this mountain, is that big snowfield right there. Clint making his way across the summit line. We're gonna drop down on the other side, on the east face, and we're gonna get back down in those jagged rocks, make our way over to this ridge line, and we're gonna skate it all the way back to Top Notch Peak, hopefully avoiding bears, summit Top Notch, and then we just drop straight down to the Avalanche Peak parking lot. Wicked cool, Clint, wicked cool. Constant scree slope. Slide out is constant. Out that way? Yeah, I think that's the way we came in. Yep, right down this little thing. Is that correct? I don't know. As he moves down this sketchball chimney. Yeah. One step at a time. Making sure he's got good holds. Kind of using his body to stem off from the outside. Always kind of be pressing from the outside, because those rocks are a lot less likely to break off inward than they are if we're pulling on them outward. Yeah, nice work, clearing it. There he comes, kids. Watch him rip the slopes. Yeah, baby. Woo! Nice, dude.
That's a better way to go.
A little quicker. So earlier, we chose to just kind of skate across this little slope, and from here it looks super sketch. That's that steep shit we were on earlier. So this time we're just gonna run right up to the ridge and get out of here. The slope, I don't know. Doesn't look like something I want to do again. What about you, Clint?
Can't believe we did it in the first place.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb. We should have just been on the ridge the whole way, but well, now we know. So to the ridge we go. Let's march. Right there, a stellar view out into Rocky Creek. Just heading down toward the thoroughfare out there in the distance, the southeastern corner of Yellowstone National Park. So I feel like we're kind of on a bear path right now as we climb this thing. These little paths up here, it's kind of amazing how much wildlife actually moves through these upper terrain, through this upper terrain here in the higher mountains. But we're definitely following some sort of little game path through this region, and it's highly likely that bear are moving through this thing constantly. So, you know, bear spray at the ready through here. All right, we're making our way toward Top Notch Peak on this ridgeline. Stellar views the entire way. Oh man, that's where we're coming from today. Summit, down, up, over, down, here, out, up, over, and out. It's just stunning to take into account how big this park really is, how far it is between these mountains. Talking about these valleys out here leading out toward Yellowstone Lake, just miles wide. And these peaks, every peak has those valleys. They're just massive. The entire park, a system of mountains and drainages, water flowing everywhere. Until it's not. But we're making our way across this saddle, pushing on upward toward the summit of Top Notch. Well, we'll just drop right on down to the road below. Won't that be nice? You bet your ass it will. Whew. What a day. Yellowstone. Whew. This place is crazy, man. Whew. It ain't no joke out here. The bear charge this morning. Whew. Get the old heart pumping, you know. You know this place is real. This ain't no game. Whoo! Look at that. What do you think, Clint?
I don't have much energy left to sink, but I'm happy, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful afternoon out here. Look at that. Look where we were. I've been dreaming about that mountain for years.
Right? Man, what a day. Trekked all the way up this mountain, back that way, up this ridge, down to the peak and back. And charged by a bear. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was sketchy.
Yep.
Well, nice work, man. Always good out here with you, Clint.
Oh, it's so good.
Ooh, man, we really had a good one today. This might be the highlight of the year. Yeah,
for sure.
I think so. First People's Peak delivered a full force episode today. That was incredible. You never know what's going to happen when you head out here into the backcountry. You got to be aware of what's going on around you. You got to be ready to just hit the deck if you have to. Yeah, that bear earlier, pretty sketchy, but we made it through. The bear bluffed us, headed back downhill. Hopefully it's enjoying a nice chill evening down in the trees with the three little gangsters. That's what I call them. Man, scary.
In that situation, we didn't have much control. We just stumbled on it. But, you know, we joked around a bit afterward. We said, congrats, we saw a bear, we got charged. But in all seriousness, never get close to a bear if you have the choice.
Yeah, if the choice is yours, stay out of that thing's way. It is a monster. Don't want anything to do with it. All right, Clint, well, let's head up here and hit Top Notch Peak. And then we're going down the other side, back to Clint's Jeep and back to heaven, where awaits a cold Manhattan in the bar. Sounds good, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. Woo! And that's it. Clint on the summit, Top Notch Peak.
Top notch indeed.
Avalanche right across the road. And the ridge we came up this morning right in front of us. Just down that, back to the road. Nice work, Clint.
Thank you, Andy.
We bagged two of them today. First People's Peak and Top Notch. Finally made it past that little doozy here that we had a couple weeks ago. That was right there. But we failed to reach Top Notch today. A Top Notch day, no doubt.
Absolutely.
What do you think of that, Clint? We had a nice one out there, eh?
Definitely one of the highlights of the year.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Getting First People's was a sick day. Absolutely. So we're gonna have to get off the mountain, go get something to eat. What do you think about that, Clint?
Oh, dude, so ready.
Yeah, man, we'll go get some burgers, some beers. Troubles are over, dude. All right, Clint and I are checking out. We're headed down the peak. Remember, Park Junkie's your fix for national park info. We'll see you on the next trail. Thanks, as always, for tuning in to another adventure here in the national parks.